Hello there.
This is where the fun begins.
A brand new Easter egg about the Obi Wan Kenobi show regarding REVA was just recently revealed, and many fans had likely missed this. Inquisitor REVA was first introduced in last year's Disney Plus series, bringing a tragic backstory with her. The former Jedi youngling had survived the slaughter of all of her friends, going on to become one of Darth Vader's subjects to a bid and one day get close enough to kill him, making her an Inquisitor. While she had failed at doing that, she did miraculously make it out of Season 1 alive and well of Obi Wan Kenobi, also having redeemed herself by the end. Her conflicted nature is part of what made the villain so much more compelling compared to other Inquisitors, and it's a quality the costume designer even integrated into her outfit. In a new recent interview with Variety, Obi Wan Kenobi costume designer Suteret Lab revealed a new Easter egg hidden in the costume of Moses Ingram's Reva, the third sister. The designer shared how they added a detail to Reva's costume that served as a reference to her divided but sharpened heart, as she had said that, in quote, "There's a detail on her leather cuirass which is subtle." Assistant costume designer Stacia Lang took a series of sketched lines that I kept drawing over and over down the center front of the armor and developed it into a slow and long and sharp fin that looked like a front-facing external spine. Moses had latched on to that detail as a reference to her divided but sharpened heart, and that quote right there. Costume designer Lalarb had continued calling attention to how they also had the Imperial symbol bonded into the reverse of her split cape, saying that, in quote, "We also had the Imperial symbol bonded onto the reverse of her split cape, tone on tone, which I also saw as another way to express her conflicted allegiance," ending that quote right there. Which, of course, don't get me wrong, is honestly quite an interesting and neat detail to have add, but it's never actually ever seen. And it is always really neat to go back, and especially with these types of projects, Obi-Wan Kenobi, something that is so special to the fan base, and take a deeper look into these things. We recently talked about this here also on the channel about the homeless clone trooper, who had revealed his identity and a little bit about his backstory. Check that video out here on the channel if you haven't already. And so, this year all being said, when can Star Wars fans expect Reva to show up again in Star Wars? The newly revealed details are undoubtedly fun, but also admittedly hard to notice in the first place. At the very least, it shows that there was plenty of care put into the character. Even if the show didn't land perfectly for the audiences and the critics, I believe it to still be enjoyable, at least these small little details. Sadly, as it stands now, there's no word on when Moses Ingram might return to portray Reva once again in Star Wars, whether or not that's within a second season of Obi-Wan Kenobi or in another project. The most obvious possibility, as I had mentioned though, would be for a second season of Obi-Wan, but currently the odds of that happening don't seem very high as of right now, but never say never. A recent update from Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy herself had confirmed a continuation is not in active development necessarily right now, after it was initially planned as a limited series to begin with. Perhaps Reva could pop up at some point in the Mandalorian's timeline. If that happens, she'll no doubt to be a completely changed character by those times. It's strange to think that there's an alternate version of Obi-Wan Kenobi where Reva never made it out alive as a cut scene. Anyway, what do you guys make of this? I would love to hear all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Please remember to keep it respectful. May the Force be with you as always. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.